What's up, Internet? I'm Matt Brickman. This is the 734 from WCCO. Were it not for the cold, I imagine most of you would be about to head out the door, but with as cold as it is, just go ahead and keep that door closed. Give you a live look right now in downtown Minneapolis. That weather watcher is blinking blue, a reminder of the extreme cold across our state. And some of these numbers, they're kind of tough to wrap your head around. 66 degrees below zero was the coldest wind chill we recorded since yesterday. That's northwestern Minnesota. Just 4 degrees shy of the state record. International Falls, you get to claim that still 70 below back in 1982. But got down 63 below in Alexandria, 59 below in St. Cloud, minus 55 last night here in the Twin Cities. Not much better right now. Still 50 below out of MSP International and a couple of pockets there up north. 60 below in Bemidji, 63 degrees below zero. Your wind chill right now in Grand Rapids. Doesn't get a whole lot better as the day goes on. Wind chill warning all day today. When it's this cold, it takes just 5 minutes for frostbite to set in on exposed skin. So bundle up with everything you got, even if you're just heading out to give the dog a quick walk. Overnight tonight could be every bit as cold. Winds lighten up, but 27 below tomorrow morning. That would tie a record from 1887. We do warm up tomorrow. Comes with a little bit of snow too. A high of 1 below by tomorrow afternoon. Well, the wind that blew the cold air in yesterday also picked up Monday's snow, made a mess across the roads. This is just outside of Moorhead. Whiteout conditions there. The Minnesota State Patrol shared this on Facebook of those just awful conditions, up around 94. Okay, so this is about as bad as winter gets in Minnesota. Coldest wind chills we've seen in more than 30 years. So I wanted your opinion on this. Would you rather have the cold or the heat? Remember Memorial Day? It was 100 degrees. How about those days over the summer when the dew points are in the 70s and it feels like we live in a swamp? Would you rather have that or this? If I'm being honest, I think I'd still take this. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter for that matter, leave a comment. Our digital guy Cole is here. He's going to read through a few of those in just a moment. All right, let's get back to the cold. It's not just the schools that are closed today. We've seen several businesses, grocery stores, government offers saying, nope, not today. There's also no mail service for all of Minnesota and western Wisconsin today. It's too cold to deliver the mail. Several restaurants are also looking out for their workers and telling them to stay home today. The cold is also making it hard for people that are trying to get to work. There are delays on the blue line because of a broken track, I think actually on the green line, because of a broken track near 35th Street in Hiawatha. Crews just finished making repairs a few minutes ago and say they're now working to get trains back on schedule. Something we always worry about in the extreme cold, what happens if a fire breaks out? That happened in St. Paul overnight. Firefighters out there trying to get the flames to come down. You can see all that steam that comes off as they spray that water. Just turns everything to ice. There was a bus there for workers and firefighters to kind of warm up when they needed to. Haven't heard yet on if there were any injuries. Okay, this is my worst nightmare, losing power on one of the coldest nights of the year. That happened to as many as 7,000 homes last night with wind chills around 50 below zero. Xcel Energy blamed equipment failures on the power poles. They did bring in extra crews because of the dangerous cold, and most of those places got power back within an hour or two. A number of warming centers are open for people seeking a warm place during the bitter blast. We do have a list of Twin Cities warming center locations, WCCO.com/links. You can also get a free ride. Lyft is offering that with the code MSPJAYDEN19, MSPJAYDEN19. Okay, no matter how cold it gets, there always seems to be someone not dressed for it. We found this U of M student walking around campus in shorts yesterday.
When I was coming here on the light trail, I had to wait at the station for about 12 minutes, and my legs were a little bit tingled.
Okay, so Dylan's from up in Duluth, and I got a note from a viewer who said Dylan's dad was her high school gym teacher. He was also the high school football coach, and no matter how cold it was, he wore shorts every single day, even all the games. So apparently, like father, like son. This is getting a lot of attention on Twitter. I love this video. National Weather Service balloon launch. They do this a couple of times every day. And they said, He may be dressed like an astronaut, but it was for good reason. This was the coldest weather balloon launch in 23 years out at the National Weather Service office in Chanhassen. 29.5 degrees below zero. Then hurry back up and get inside. Okay, let's give you your tag board comments. A couple of people still getting out in the cold longer than just enough to get the weather balloon up. Colleen says, no weather keeps my husband from his morning walk. He was out for an hour and a half this morning. No exposed skin. He's got the goggles, he's got the mittens, but still, that's a long time to be out in the cold. 28 below from A. Munson on Twitter. Why do I live where the air hurts my face? I'm insane. It's too cold. 30 below. Yeah. And the dog with the boots and the coats, she'll thank us for it later. Nope, that dog is going to be humiliated forever. All right, a lot of people are sharing this story online today. An actor on the TV show Empire was apparently attacked in Chicago. Police are investigating it as a possible hate crime. Two men attacked Jussie Smollett and yelled homophobic insults at him. Police say they poured an unknown chemical substance on him and wrapped a rope around his neck. Police say he was hospitalized, but is in good condition. Apple is still working on a fix for the problem with the FaceTime app that allowed callers to eavesdrop on other users. That glitch was discovered by a teenager in Arizona. 14-year-old Grant Thompson says he was getting ready to play Fortnite with his friends.
I was looking at my Xbox and I just heard the little notification of someone joining the FaceTime. So I was just like, hey Nathan, what's up? And then he was pretty confused at first, like, Grant, how can you hear me?
It wasn't until 9 days later that Apple released a public statement saying they were aware of the issue. At the Capitol, lawmakers proposed making the Labrador Retriever the official dog breed of Minnesota. Labs are the #1 breed in the state. Several were present at the Capitol press conference yesterday. Supporters say Labs are very good boys and love lots of snuggles. Back to today's talker. It's cold as we've seen in about 30 years in Minnesota. I still maintain I'd rather this than the extreme heat and humidity that we get in the summer, but you, the internet, can decide. WCCO's digital guy Cole Primo is here. Okay, whose side are people on, Cole?
Not your side.
Not. Well, come on, you're in it right now. You have to have that perspective.
We have, on our poll, we had 70% people who wanted heat.
Oh, well, okay. If it feels like 50 below, sure, you're like, yeah, I'd take 100.
Exactly.
Check back with me in August.
Exactly. And then we got Kenari saying, I'd rather deal with the heat than extreme cold, to be honest. And then we have Wanda, definitely extreme heat. And then we have Misty saying, it's 62 below right now and my car won't start and my boss wants to send me a cab.
There's that issue with the car not starting. Here's what I'll say, and you've heard it before, right? You can always put on more layers. You can't take off so many layers and still go to work or walk around your neighborhood. People will call the police. So I'll still take the cold and just move very quickly when I have to be outside. All right, that is it for now. This is the 734 from WCCO. Maybe you get back to work tomorrow. Take us with you if you're watching your news on the go. We will be back here at 7:34 on Thursday. Until then, stay warm and be nice to each other on the internet.